this is an exemplar that could be used for level 1 theme study. And so we've got our introduction over here, and it's got everything that we need, so we know quite early on what the theme is. We've got the 4 texts listed with the writer or the director. What is missing, I'd suggest, is a thesis statement, which you're either going to start off with or you're going to just pop it in over there. And the thesis statements could be something like, identity defines who we are. People over the centuries have grappled with their identity, and thus it is a common theme in literature. So it's really a sentence or two that summarizes what your argument is going to be about. Take a moment to pause this recording and read through the introduction. So now we move on to paragraph 1. So I'll just move that up and give you a chance to read through that. But what I'd like to highlight is that this student has focused on one text, and what they've done is very clever. They've worked in the judgments and the examples and the explanations, and then back to the judgments and back to the judgments. So it's all intermixed into the whole paragraph rather than just tacking it on at the end. What they have put on at the end is the second text, so they haven't fully developed the second text, rather just mentioned a comparison or contrast. So again, pause and read through this. Right, so on to paragraph 2. So as you can see, let me just move this up, sorry. So as you can see, they now are developing the second text over here, and again, you've got this mixture of judgments within the explanation and the example, and then linking back to what they had spoken about in the previous paragraph. If at all in doubt, make sure that you are saying how authors highlight certain topics or themes and why authors highlight certain topics and themes. Don't get yourself into the position of telling the story. That's not what we are looking for. You're making judgments. The paragraph continues on this page now, and as you can see, this student has used those keywords very well. So here we're bringing the two texts together and is saying things like is similar or is different when compared to. This shows that. Okay, so those are the things that show that this student is doing a good compare and contrast of a theme study. Moving on, they now go into the next two texts which they've combined over here, and again we've got those key words this relates to, however, which is going to show a contrast. So again, hit that pause button, and this is the start of the final paragraph. In this paragraph, the student has chosen to look at one text, two texts, and 3 texts. So you can do that if you're able to integrate them and find comparisons and contrasts. And I can't stress highly enough that you're wanting to make judgments and you're wanting to say you've got the same theme, but why has an author or director chosen to portray it similarly or differently? And finally, we come to the conclusion, which is a synthesis of what you have said in the previous paragraphs. My suggestion is that you pause and read through these paragraphs until you've got a clear understanding of what is required for your Level 1 theme study.